Shall we start the class? Last day we discussed about the fundamental concepts of managerial economics. Before that we studied the nature and scope and how it differs from traditional economics. All these things we discussed. Today let us see one case study. How to solve how to make a decision with some numerical values. This is a case study that we are going to discuss today. Let me read. There is a company ABC manufacturing company which is producing electrical bulb and selling the electric bulb rupees 20, and it decided to reduce the price by 20%. As a result, the sale increased from 10,000 bulbs to 15,000 bulbs. The additional cost incurred for raw material is rupees 2,000 and rupees 800 for labor cost. So raw material cost is 2,000 rupees and labor cost is 800 rupees. Now these are the questions that you should answer. What are the questions? Find the marginal revenue per unit. That is, when you produce an additional unit incurring a marginal cost, how much revenue that you will earn out of one particular unit? That is a question. The second question is, how do you justify the equimarginal principle? You have to explain the equimarginal principle. That is, instead of labor, you are using capital, or whenever you are using a particular product A or product B, whichever be, you have to say it is equimarginal. Then the third one, when raw material cost is increased by 3,000, what will happen? So we have to give the reason for what will happen when there is a raw material cost is increased by 3,000. Finally, suggest the firm whether to reduce the price or not. So based on these details, whether we have to increase or decrease or keeping quiet. So this is a case study that we are going to study today. For your sake, let me explain again. There is one company ABC and it produces electrical bulbs. The price of the bulb is 20 rupees and it is planning to reduce the price because in order to increase the sales. Because of that, the decrease in the price of 20%, the sale increased from 10,000 to 15,000. Now, for additional production, the raw material is 2,000 rupees and the additional wage paid is rupees 800. Now, we have to answer these four questions. What is incremental revenue? What is marginal revenue per unit? And what is the marginal value? And finally, we have to suggest whether to reduce the price or not. We will see one by one. This is the way that we have to give the solution. First, we have to find out what is the incremental revenue of the firm. Understand one thing. What is incremental revenue? Incremental revenue means the difference between the old price and the new price. I hope you understand. So the old price is R1. New price is R2. Where R2 is a new price and R1 is a old price. How to get the value of incremental value? The price is 20 rupees. The new price is 20% reduction. So 20% reduction from 20 rupees is, it is 4 rupees. That is 1/5 of the price. So 20 minus rupees 4. The current price of the bulb is rupees 16. But this is the reduction price of an electric bulb. What is the question? What is the incremental revenue for the bulb? So what we have to do? We have to multiply this value with the sale made. So because of the reduction in price is 16 rupees into 15,000. From 10,000 it is increased to 15,000. So the old revenue is 20 into 10,000, but the new revenue is 16 into 15,000. So the total value will be 2,40,000 is a new revenue and existing revenue is rupees 2 lakhs. So what is the incremental revenue that firm is earning is 40,000 rupees. I hope you understand this particular thing. I will repeat again. Now the first question is we have to calculate the incremental value. Incremental value in the sense how much additional revenue the firm is earning. For that, what we have to do, we have to multiply price into quantity. That price into quantity, that is the difference between the price and quantity that we have to do. So first we should know what is the price of the bulb. That is 20% reduction from 20 rupees. So that is 20% means 1/5. Out of 100%, 20% means 1/5. So 1/5 of the price is reduced. 20 minus 16 is 20 minus 4 equal to 16. So now we have to calculate the revenue. So what we learned previously, that is when it is 20 rupees, it is 10,000 bulbs have been sold. So 20 into 10,000 is 2 lakhs he earned. Now the new price, because of reduction in price of 20%, that is 60 rupees, he can able to sell 15,000 bulbs. So 16 into 15,000 is 2,40,000. Similarly, 20 into 10,000 bulbs is 2 lakhs. So the additional revenue, the incremental revenue for the firm is 40,000. This is the first value that we are getting, because the first question is find what is the incremental revenue. What is the incremental revenue? It is 40,000. Whether now it is visible? Actually, now we are going to the second part. What is the marginal revenue? See, marginal revenue is the price by quantity. Difference between the revenue and difference between the quantity. Here the R2 is, as we know, the revenue and the total revenue because of the new price, 2,40,000. Already we calculated. Similarly, R2 is 2 lakhs. Already we have calculated, because 20 rupees into 10,000 bulbs equal to 2 lakhs. Now we have moved to the quantity level. Initially they sold only 10,000 bulbs. Now it is 15,000 bulbs. So margin revenue equal to R1 minus R2 divided by Q2 minus Q1. Employing this particular value for each variable, we can get 40,000 divided by 5,000 bulbs. It is nothing but rupees 2 per thing. You may ask why it is 2. It is totally 40 divided by 5 is 8,000. Actually 8. Out of that particular 8, what is the value of additional thing? It is 2 rupees. That is why we are making only the ratios. That's why it is 2 rupees. And coming to the third part, let me read the question. How to justify the marginal EQ principle? That marginal EQ principle is nothing but when you reduce a particular revenue, for example, price is reduced from 20 rupees to 16 rupees. Because of that, there is a change in the sale from 10,000 to 15,000. This change in that, for that we have to spend additional labor and additional raw material. For that sake only, the margin revenue will be there. This particular marginal revenue must be equal to whether you produce or not. That should be. Suppose it is increased value, then we have to say it is following the equal margin principle. When you additionally produce something, you can earn the profit. Because of that price reduction, they got 40,000 rupees additional value. Now we are moving to the third one. What is the whatever equal management? When there is an increase in 3,000 rupees, the total additional cost we should calculate. How much we spend for raw material? 2,000 rupees. How much we spend for additionally we are spending 3,000 rupees. Totally, how much we are going to spend? It is nothing but 2,000 plus 3,000 is 5,000. Initially it's only 2,000. Now there is an increase in the raw material cost, so it is 2,000 plus 3,000, it is 5,000. Then what we paid for labor, it is 800. What is the total incremental cost? Is 5,800. Okay. Suppose the total incremental value already we calculated in the first question, 40,000 rupees. What is the additional profit that we can earn from 40,000? Reduce the total incremental cost. It is 5,800. So the remaining value is the additional profit. I will repeat again. Initially 2,000 rupees raw material and 800 rupees labor cost. Suppose if there is an additional cost of 3,000 in the raw material, what will happen? What is the profit margin they are asking? So first we have to calculate the total raw material cost. Initially 2,000, now additional 3,000. Total value of raw material cost is 5,000. So once again we have to add the labor cost. It is 800 only. There is no change in labor cost. So totally the incremental cost is 5,800. In the first question we calculated the incremental revenue. it is 40,000. The difference between that 40,000 and 5,800 is 34,200. So when there is an increase in 3,000 rupees in the raw material, the firm can able to earn 34,200 only. Now we have to make the suggestion. What suggestion they are asking? Whether to reduce the price or not is they are asking the suggestion. So based on the available calculation, due to 20% decrease in price, nearly 50% additional sales has been made. From 10,000 it has been increased to 15,000. Why it has happened? Because 20% decrease in the price. In monetary term, in terms of money value, when we say the additional profit is 34,200, irrespective of additional raw material cost 2,000 and 3,000. Therefore, the price reduction is the right decision for the current circumstances. So you have to mention 2 points. One is because of there is a decrease in price, nearly 50% increase in sale from 10,000 bulbs to 15,000 bulbs. This is a very valid point. That too, we have to express in the monetary term. Monetary term, money term. The third question, the answer for the third question is the additional income or profit earned is 34,200. Therefore, the price reduction is the right decision. So this is a case study that you have. This is the way they used to ask. They will give one paragraph and they will ask 2 to 3 questions, and you have to write. On seeing that, you don't get scared. It's a very easy one. Whatever you know, just try to solve it. Definitely, that will be the right answer. If you are scared to attend or if you are not initiating, definitely the case study, because case study differs from person to person. People may have different views. Sometimes you may say, I'm not for the price reduction. Why you have to waste additionally that much raw material? We can able to sell 15,000. I agree, but out of 5,000 bulb, we can able to earn only 34,000 profit. So it's a very meager profit. Better not to do, because unnecessarily we are wasting the labor cost and the material cost. You may say nothing wrong in it, because the profit margin is not up to the expectation. So we are not changing the price. Even you can suggest like that. Not necessarily that it should be it's a right decision. Even you can deny that decision is wrong, or better not to take a decision, or we can suggest 10% reduction will be better. Like that you can say, because case study means you have to express your view. This is my view, and you can express on your own view. Nothing wrong in it. With this, I'm completing my class, because for second year and third year, there is a examination is going on. That's why I'm busy. Anyhow, all of you put present in the chat box.